Good evening and welcome to the May 23rd meeting of the Lowell License Commission. Secretary Nguyen, was the meeting posted?
Yes.
Number 1 on the agenda, please.
Acceptance of the meeting minutes for May 9th.
Move approval.
Move approved by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner Donahue. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Next.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, with due respect to the other applicants, request that we can move to number 5 on our meeting agenda on page 2 for, in deference to applicant Raymond Beaudry.
So
If I
moved.
may.
So moved by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Good.
Application for reconsideration by Social Club of Pawtucketville, Lowell, Massachusetts. Raymond Beaudry, treasurer. All alcoholic beverages club licensee at 123 University Ave. Change of club officer, that is president.
Good evening, sir. State your name for the record.
Raymond Beaudry, Treasurer, PSC.
All right. What? Right now, you're one of the officers right now, Mr. Beaudry?
I am currently one of 7 Board of Director members.
Okay. So what's going on here? Why are we changing?
Mr. Dave Ayotte was nominated and elected president.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he went through a query check through ABCC.
Yep.
Based on a special investigator, Mr. Jim B. Nenda, it was his recommendation that he be replaced.
Thank you very much. Ryan, is everything in order on the application?
Yes.
Okay. Questions, comments from the board?
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, sincere thanks for moving me up on the program.
You're welcome, Mr. Beaudry. Have a good night.
Proceeding on page 1 now, we have applications for a special one-day license to sell, dispense all alcoholic beverages. Francie Slater of Mill City Grows from Mill City Grows Farm to cocktail fundraiser, Friday, June 14, 2019, 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the Lowell Masonic Center at 79 Dutton Street, the main hall.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Francie Slater.
How are you, Francie?
Good, how are you?
Very good. Tell us what's going on.
So this is our annual fundraiser. This will be our 7th year, although this is a new location. We're moving to the Masonic Center right across the street here. But it's the same idea. We're raising money to support our programs, which are the community gardens and school gardens and farmers markets around town.
You do a great
And-
job, by the way.
Thank you.
Very good job. Questions or
Thank you.
comments from the board? Move for approval by Commissioner Donahue, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Good luck with your event.
Thank you. I have some flyers for you guys, too.
Thank you. Bring him up. You can bring him up, yeah. I'm not going to get him. Thank you, Francie.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. Proceeding with number 2, we have the application for all alcoholic beverages by Gregory T. Curtis of the Holy Trinity Hellenic Orthodox Church for the Greek Festival at the enclosed outdoor area on Worthing Street, adjacent to the Hellenic American Academy at 41 Broadway. This is starting with Friday, June 14, 2019, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, June 15th, from 12 noon to 11 p.m., and Sunday, June 16th, from 12 noon to 6 p.m.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Good evening, Gregory Curtis here on behalf of Holy Trinity Hellenic Orthodox Church. This is the 5th year that we're having the festival. It takes place behind the Hellenic American Academy. It's a nice event. A lot of people do come down, enjoy the food, enjoy the music. And I've been involved with the church now for many years, and also am the one that basically is in charge of all the alcoholic beverages and distribution. So we've had good luck in the past, and hopefully we'll have good weather, and we'll have another successful festival, raise some money for the church, and have people enjoying the cultural event.
Very well. Questions or comments from the board? Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Curtis,
Thank you.
good luck with the event.
Now, the commission will proceed with the application for a special one-day license to sell, dispense malt beverages and wine only, or either one. Ashley Roper, catering manager of Aramark, for the event at the University Crossing at 220 Pawtucket Street, the John Willett Retirement Party for Thursday, May 30th, 12 noon to 6 p.m.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Ashley Roper.
How we doing, Ashley?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Who's John Willett?
He's one of the faculty at UMass Lowell.
Oh, great. Questions or comments from the board? Move for approval by Commissioner Howe, seconded by Commissioner Donahue. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Ashley, good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Proceeding with applications by Edgar Cyrus of the Merrimack Repertory Theater for events at Liberty Hall, 50 East Merrimack Street. The performance by Free Soil Arts Collaborative at the Merrimack Repertory Theater, Saturday, June 8, 2019, 6:15 p.m. to 7 p.m., and a 15-minute intermission. That would be Saturday. And then for Sunday, there is June 9th. There's two performances. There's the 3:15 to 4 p.m. Service, and then at 6:15 to 7 p.m., and then there's a 15-minute intermission.
Good evening. State your name for record.
Right, I'm Edgar Cyrus.
How are you, Edgar?
Very well, thank you.
Who do you have by your side?
All right, this is Krista Brown from Free Soil Arts Collective.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good. Tell us about your event.
Yes, so we're a new arts organization based in Lowell. Our fiscal agent is the Greater Lowell Community Foundation, and our mission is to put on creative works that accurately reflect the richness of our community. So we have a partnership with MRT to have our first staged reading debut on June 8th, June 9th. And we have one show Saturday, two shows Sunday, and it's called Hair Tales, Stories of Black Heritage.
Very good.
Yes, and I'll invite you all too.
All right. Commissioner McCarthy better get his checkbook out, I think. All right. Who's holding the license? Edgar?
I am.
You are? All right. You have held the license before.
I have.
Great. Fantastic. Questions or comments from the board? Move for approval by Commissioner Donahue, seconded by Commissioner Krieger. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Want to wish you the best of luck, all right?
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
very much.
Who does Commissioner McCarthy write the check out to? Anyone? Okay. Thank you very much.
Commission will now proceed with the applications by Steve Mendonca of St. Anthony Parish for St. Anthony's Parish parking lot at 893 Central Street. This is the St. Anthony's Feast. It's Saturday, June 29th, 2019, 11 a.m. to 12 midnight, and then on Sunday, June 30th, from 12 noon to 11 p.m.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Steve Mendonca.
How are you, Steve?
Very good, thank you.
Good. Another year?
Another year?
Another year. Captain Hodgen, any problems with this?
I know it, nothing at all.
Thank you very much. How many years now, Steve?
Very long time, before
Good
my
answer,
time.
Steve. Good answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Questions or comments from the board?
Steve, is this your first time with a license?
No, this would be my third time.
Okay. St. Anthony's Parish?
Yes, on Central Street in Lowell, yes.
And you're having it over at the,
In the church parking lot.
in the church parking lot? Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Move approval.
Move for approval by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Steve, good luck.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Is Jensen Auguste here? Jensen? Jensen Auguste is an applicant for beer and wine, or either one, for the family reunion on Thursday, June 6, 2019, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Galleria Cafe at 366 Merrimack Street.
Good evening, sir. State your name for record.
Good evening. My name is Jensen August.
And tell us about your event.
Well, there's a reunion for family members, and so I think it's a 30-year reunion, and they just want to have some wine and beer and chat and music. So this is why I
How many people are you expecting?
around 20 people.
Around 20. Okay. Have you held this license before?
I've not.
You have not.
No.
Do you have any questions for the board? Have you spoken with Secretary Wynn?
Yes, I have.
Do you have any questions for this board?
No, sir.
Okay. Questions or comments from the board? Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Good luck with your event.
Thank you very
You're
much.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Commission now proceed with number 3 on our meeting agenda for application for special events permit for amplification of sound, starting with Elizabeth Mallon of the Enterprise Bank for disc jockey with sound system, the annual customer appreciation cookout, which is Thursday, June 20th, and requesting a rain date of June 21st. The hours would be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Enterprise Bank parking lot at 222 Merrimack Street.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Elizabeth Mallon.
How are you, Elizabeth?
I'm good. How are you?
Where's Mr. LaValle?
Busy this evening.
He's busy to see this board?
Well, that's the excuse he gave me.
All right. We're not very happy with that.
I'll
all
let
right?
him know.
Please convey that to him.
I will.
All right. How many years now for this event?
I
Quite a
think
few.
over 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. So your name's on this license, right?
Yes.
All right, have you held this license before?
Yes.
All right. Any questions for this board?
No, sir.
Fantastic. Questions or comments from the board? Move for approval by Commissioner Howe, seconded by Commissioner Donahue. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Elizabeth, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Commissioner will now proceed with the applications by Reverend Heather Prince Doss of the Elliott Presbyterian Church, a DJ with sound system for the 150th anniversary block party, which is Sunday, June 23rd, 2019, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in front of the church at 273 Summer Street. Also, Reverend Doss has a second application for a separate venue, and this is on behalf of the Solidarity Lowell, a DJ and dancers, community potluck for Sunday, September 15th, 2019, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the South Common Pertel Multipurpose Field.
Ryan, why don't you read the rest of them, except for the Heritage Farm ice cream one, and bring them all up at once?
Okay. And also Deborah Moto with the Lowell Community Charter Public School, speakers from a computer laptop, music for performances by students for the Community Charter Public School Annual Block Party, Friday, June 7, 2019, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. in front of 206 Jackson Street. We also have Robin E. Dupel of the ATP Restaurant Inc. doing business as Cobblestones, the band anniversary, their 25th anniversary, for Friday, June 7th, 2019, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. This is the outdoor area in front of 91 Dutton Street. Greg Curtis, Holy Trinity Hellenic Orthodox Church for sound system for live music DJ for the Greek Festival, Friday, June 14th, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, June 15th, 12 noon to 11 p.m., and Sunday, June 16th, 12 noon to 6 p.m., the enclosed outdoor area on Worthing Street, adjacent to the Hellenic American Academy at 41 Broadway. Christopher Glenn Hayes of the Lowell, I'm not sure what the DIY is, but Music for Stage Dance Speaking Program Custom Contest, small PA system or Bluetooth speakers, A Midsummer Dream on Memark Street Festival for Saturday, June 22nd, 2019, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Venues would be St. Anne's Church at 8 Kirk Street, the Lucy Locken Park, and the Mark Plaza. Steve Mendonça, also for the St. Anthony Church, for the DJ and singer, St. Anthony Outdoor Feast, Saturday, June 29th, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Sunday, June 30th, 2019, 12 noon to 10 p.m. at St. Anthony's Church parking lot, 893 Central.
Everyone just state your name for the record, please.
Heather Prince Doss.
Gregory Curtis.
Robin Dupel.
Hi, Robin.
Deborah Motu.
Hey, Deb.
Christopher Glenn Hayes.
Hey, Christopher.
Steve Mendonça.
Who has not held these licenses before in the past? I think it's just you, right? You understand your responsibilities, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Captain Hodgson, any issues with any of these permits?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. Questions or comments from the board? Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Good luck with your events.
Thank you.
All right.
Commissioner now review the application by Robert J. Howard for a special amplification permit representing the Heritage Farm Ice Cream and Restaurant at 163 Pawtucket Boulevard, the Modern Entertainment DJ, the Jimmy Fun Night for Tuesdays starting May 28th through the summer into September 24th, 2019.
Good evening. State your name for the record, sir.
Bob Howard.
How are you, Bob?
Good, how are you?
Good. I understand there's some people here that may be in opposition of your application here tonight. However, this is not a public hearing, but I would ask Captain Hodgson maybe speak a word on this issue, and maybe the board can chime in a bit before we make a decision. Captain?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. It's my understanding, gentleman here today from Heritage Ice Cream and the other gentleman in opposition had a former business relationship that dissolved, and since then it's very contentious between the two parties, but they're both events on the same evenings on Tuesday nights during the summer. We've received complaints from both sides. We also received neighborhood complaints with the sound of the music. It seems that they compete with their sound systems for the music on the Tuesday nights when they have their events, separate events. Last summer we received numerous complaints from the neighborhood groups, I'm sorry, the Pawtuckville neighborhood for
Council.
the sounds.
Yep.
And, but like I said, it appears to be a very contentious relationship between the two since the business venture dissolved.
Mr. Howard, do you refute anything that Captain Hudgens has just stated?
Well, we haven't had any complaints about music being too loud on our side. There was one time that a police officer showed up and said, "We have complaints from a neighbor that the music from the boulevard is too loud." At the time our music was playing, I said, "Does that sound too loud to you?" And he said, "Well, no." I said, "Then it's not us, it's probably from across the street." That was the only complaint that I'm aware of.
Okay. Captain, how many calls have we had?
I don't have the exact number. I spoke to our Deputy Superintendent Goldner, who at the time last year was the commanding officer in the early night shift that would field the calls from citizens. So I don't have the exact number, but we try to work with both
Are we
sides.
averaging one every Tuesday night, or?
I don't know the hard
Okay,
facts
all right.
on that.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Any of the commissioners have any questions for Mr. Howard? Commissioner Donahue.
I just wanted to express a little concern I had, and I don't know who it was coming from, but there were, at the end of last summer, to me, it seemed like there were competing speakers, competing parties. There were complaints being made. I don't know who was at fault. All I wanted to say is before, I vote in favor of it. I know you're a hardworking businessman, and the other people have their interest also. I don't want this to be a problem all summer long.
I understand. I have something I can show you if you want to take a look at it, which explains what we have in comparison to what...
I don't want to even start a fight here.
I don't blame you. I don't either.
Or a tit for tat here. What I want is I just want you and anybody else that's involved on either side to be advised that we want peace up there and the neighbors to enjoy their neighborhood as well as...
We've always complied with
Well,
the commission's requests and have always done so.
But you may hear from us if we start getting complaints early this year.
Rightfully so.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Howell, anything to offer?
I know this is a special events permit, but, Mr. Chair, through you to the city solicitor, there are other people here to speak on this. I know it's not a public hearing. What's the law on allowing other people to speak when we're considering a special permit?
I think it's within your discretion if you want to have members of the public speak, make sure you keep it open up to that.
Thank you. My thought is trying to resolve a dispute. Can you pick different nights? I mean, I know that's a very elementary
Well, I can
solution.
explain why we do it. Motorcycle night was started in our parking lot over 23 years ago, and we were working closely with Mr. Monroe. He was a DJ for us, kind of an announcer. He then took control of the event over time and trademarked it with his own stuff, and eventually moved across the street because it became too big for just our parking lot. So when it moved across the street, we still allowed him to use our parking lot to sell vending space to vendors there. When it became too difficult to work with him, we decided, under great stress, to end our relationship with Mr. Monroe because we just found it too difficult to work together. So, and I said to my wife, I said, well, the motorcycles are going to park in our parking lot anyway on Tuesday nights like they have for the past 20 years or so. So why don't we turn it into a positive and make it something for good? So we decided to partner with Boston Motorcycle Marathon Ride, which raises funds for the Jimmy Fund, and they are the presenting sponsor. I asked him if he would do that. He sets up a tent. He gets other vendors to come down. They'll sell T-shirts or helmets or things like that related to the motorcycle community, and they also give him a donation to the Jimmy Fund. We don't realize any of those sales. It all goes right directly to the Jimmy Fund. So that's why we decided to do what we do, and we just provide entertainment and the ability for a DJ to help us sell T-shirts and things like that to the guys that come.
Have you had any communication with Mr. Monroe about switching dates, or have you had no communication with him?
No, once we stopped our agreement with him, we've never spoken to him again.
And I have another question for the solicitor. Apparently, the permit that's issued to the other group is not under our jurisdiction.
State land, federal land?
Mass Department of Conservation and Recreation, DCR.
It wouldn't come under our purview.
That's not under our jurisdiction.
Oh, it's not our property. Well, it's a Mass DOT property?
I don't know. I just have a letter from a
Under-
lawyer.
Mr. Chairman, Captain, go
I
ahead.
could help out Commissioner Howard with that. My understanding, no, that's strictly issued through DCR, that permit. The police department, the city has no say or stipulations to that permit when issued by the DCR.
Right. So, I mean, you...
That is DCR property across the street.
So Mr. Howard is hardworking, and the ice cream's very good. But in my thought, I would like to hear from people if they took their time out. I'd like to hear their concerns. My concern is that why can't they just pick 2 different nights? That's what I'm thinking, but...
Well, as I explained, motorcycles are going to come and park in our lot as they have for the past 20 years anyway. We try to keep it organized that way so that we block it off specially for them to park, and that way we can control it better. And like I said, we do it for a nonprofit for the Jimmy Fund, like Dana-Farber Cancer Center.
It just seems to me that if there's competing speakers and music blaring, and I'm not accusing either side of the louder
I can
music.
speak to the competing
No, let me just finish.
music too, if you want me to.
If there's been complaints of music and loud music, whatever side is doing it, why can't they be on different, there's 7 nights a week. Why does that have to be on Tuesday night? I know you're saying the motorcycles parked there.
Because they're going to show up that night. And that's the night that we put all the flags around the parking lot to, they're going to be there anyway.
And do these people go to both?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Commissioner Krieger?
Yes. Whose noise rules apply to the venue across the street? Is it Lowell's noise regulations, or is it someone else's, or are there no regulations?
I would think that the city's noise regulations would apply across the board.
Right.
And I don't think any vendor, because it's, can violate what our noise ordinance would provide. But again, I don't know what the criteria are or the volume. So, but I would think that it would apply to both sides of the street.
Is Mr. Monroe here? Come on up for a minute, if you don't mind. Come on up, please. Mr. Howard, if you just move, I just wanted to ask a question here.
Mind if you can move his stuff, please? Off his stuff? I don't want to be able to see.
Seriously?
Thank you.
Oh, my, okay. All right. I'm not even gonna ask the question then. Captain Hodgson, what I'd like you to do, all right, we're gonna issue the permit, all right? But if you get calls on a Tuesday night, I'd like this board to know immediately, so Secretary Wynn can put it on the agenda, so then we can bring back both parties. And if we have to enforce the noise regulations per the DCR or not, I know the city would have some stance on this, and if they're playing loud music or they're both competing, then we'll deal with it. But if they can't play nice in the sandbox, then we're gonna do something about it. But I'm not gonna take away Mr. Howard's ability to make a dollar, and Mr. Monroe's either. So we'll let them keep the Tuesday nights, I'll put it to a vote, and if they want to do that, if the commission wants to do that, that's fine. But if not, then we'll deal with it later. Is that all right with you?
Yes, that sounds good, sir.
Thank you. Any other comments from the board? Bill, that's all right?
The less said at this point, the better, I think.
Okay, that's fine. Mr. Monroe, appreciate you coming up. Do you want to say a word? I don't mind, go ahead.
Yeah, I just got a quick statement. Do you mind?
A what?
Do you mind if I say something real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I appreciate it very much. My name's Steve Monroe. I'm the owner of Motorcycle Night, which hosts a weekly event for motorcycle enthusiasts on Tuesday nights from May until September. We've been established since 1997, and since 2004, Motorcycle Night has been at the Sampras Pavilion. As you probably know, Sampras Pavilion is right across Pawtucket Boulevard from Heritage Ice Cream and Restaurant. I'm here because I oppose Heritage getting a special event permit for Tuesday nights. A special permit is supposed to be awarded to places outdoor public entertainment. In his application for a permit, Heritage indicated entertainment to be performed would be provided by modern entertainment DJs. This is the same DJ that was in Heritage's application last year. To the best of my knowledge, however, modern entertainment DJs never provided any entertainment to any patrons of Heritage. Instead, Heritage simply amplified a radio station through his speakers. This is not entertainment. In addition, Heritage placement of the speakers suggests that it was not really invested in providing entertainment for his customers. Heritage set up the speakers at the edge of his lot, at the corner of Pawtucket Boulevard and Magnolia Street. This is far away from the restaurant. But more than this, Heritage pointed the speakers across the Pawtucket Boulevard towards the Sampras Pavilion. Respectfully, there can be no explanation for this placement and positioning of the speakers other than interference of my event. Finally, Heritage permit last year was from 6 to 9 p.m. Heritage regularly amplified the radio station prior to 6 p.m., even though nobody was there. In conclusion, Heritage was not entertaining anyone last year by amplifying a radio station and blasting it across the street. It was simply creating noise. Accordingly, I request that Heritage not be issued a special permit this year. Alternatively, if the Commission is inclined to grant Heritage a permit, I request that the permit require Heritage to, 1, actually have modern entertainment DJ provide entertainment, and 2, place the speakers so that the sound is directed to Heritage customers and not simply across the street toward my event. Thank you very much. I also have a picture if you'd like to see it too. I don't know if you guys have that or not.
You can bring it up.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Oh, you have it? Thank you, sir.
I have timestamps on that too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Howard, do you have Modern Entertainment as your DJs?
Yes, we do.
You do? You have proof of that?
I have canceled checks, yes.
Okay, so if we need them further, or if we call both of you back here,
Yes.
we'll have those. All right. I think we've made our point here. Police Department will do their due diligence if need so. Any other further comments from the board? Motion by Commissioner Donahue, seconded by Commissioner Howe to issue the permit. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? No. Mr. Howard, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner, now proceed with number 6 on our meeting agenda. I strike that, number 4, sorry. Number 4 is the application by the Merrimack Repertory Theater, Laura Fry, representative, for the charity wine pouring license for Saturday, June 22nd, 2019, at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, Main House, 50 East Merrimack Street. Julian Lindsay Hospitality Group, Inc. is the licensee of record for the auditorium and will be serving and monitoring the consumption of alcohol beverages.
Good evening, state your name for the record.
Laura Fry.
How are you, Laura?
I'm well, how are you?
Okay. We work for Lindsay Hospitality Group, right?
I work for Merrimack Repertory Theater.
Okay, so you will be the licensee holder, right, for that?
Yes.
Okay, have you held this license before?
Yes.
You have? Any other questions for this board?
Nope.
All right. Any questions or comments for Ms. Fry? Move approved by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Good luck with your event.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now moving to number 6, we have an update from the licensee of record, MBOA Alliance LLC. Stanley Tabi is the manager of record and an LLC manager, and Peter Tamajong, also an LLC manager. All alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee at 135 Central Street. The premises under construction, certificate of inspection pending, and the 2019 license yet to be issued.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Good evening. My name is Peter Tamashon.
Hi, Peter.
Yes, sir.
And Stanley? Stanley
is not in the position to come today.
Okay, so you'll speak on his behalf?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can give us an update, be fine.
We have almost completed all the construction work. We're having serious challenges with the electrical work. We had a electrician that was supposed, he started doing the work, and for the past 2 months, he was sick. He got operated on, and since then, we couldn't get a hold of him. We just talked to him last week, and he's coming back to do the work. So at this point, it's electric. We have everything closed up except the back wall in the kitchen and part of downstairs. But everything else is almost completed. We bought all the equipment. We can't even we can install them, but we can't really test them because the electric work is not completed.
So the electrician was there, didn't do the work, but he's coming back to do the work?
He did the work. We got the rough inspection when we came in last time.
Yeah,
We had to do, after the rough inspection, we had to raise the wall, the ceiling in the kitchen. So we needed to get him to come and rewire the kitchen because of the code. And he disappeared, and then when we got in touch with him, he's busy. Last week he came to the building to do the work. And since then, it's been a huge challenge. We contacted the city inspection to complain, and they called him and asked him to come and finish the work.
When do you anticipate the work being over, electrical work?
So the real pending now is the electrical work. And when we talked to him last week, he says he has other work that would take him at least a month to finish. And so we try to call other electricians, and everybody's busy, and nobody's willing to leave what they already committed for to come and finish our work. So we think that in the next two months, depending on the electric work and alarm work, those are the 2 things that remain now to get done, we could get finished. I anticipate that in the next 2 or 3 months, depending on, at this point, it's the challenge to get an electrician to come and do the work for us, because they're all busy, committed. One that we had committed says, I can come there in July, I'll get the job done for you. I think the field that we got it's sick, and that's the challenge that we have.
Okay. I mean, I'm sorry for you. I mean,
It's been tough, paying rents, and we have loans from the bank that we're starting paying next month, and
is this any work that the landlord should have taken care of prior?
It's a battle that we've talked to the landlord. There's things that we think the landlord should have done, but the landlord said, "I'm giving the building as is, so you guys take responsibility." So we did a lot of. In good faith, I don't think he meant ill to us, but the amount of money that we put in doing the plumbing is unbelievable, and the electric work. Yeah.
Commissioner McCarthy.
Can the landlord help you find an electrician?
He has tried. He proposed 2 electricians, but they're all busy, and we couldn't get anybody to come before the month of July, because this is the bad time for them. They're all committed, and I think he tried. He gave us 2 names, and we called them, and
Mr. Chairman, last time there was a gentleman who was your contracting manager. Is he still with you?
He's still with us, yes. I think he's in those. The wife is sick. He was supposed to be here. He called and is running late. And he's been doing his best to get other electricians. He knows, he's a contractor as well. He knows a lot of other electricians in town, but the problem is they all booked. And we just asked for a little bit more time to get it finished. It's been very painful on our side, pay the rents, and we already hired the cooks and the servants, and they started this month, and either we pay them or they're going to find go somewhere else, and we have to start paying them this month. And we were thinking that by this month we'll be up and running. Still not.
All right, it is what it is. I mean, we'll be patient. I mean,
Yeah,
I feel bad for you that not be able to get this going, but why don't we set up a time in July at one of our meetings and have him back for an update?
Okay.
Okay? You're all set.
We hope
Secretary Nguyen will give you a call and let you know what date in July, one of our meetings, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Good
Thank
luck,
you.
guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commission will now proceed with number 7 on meeting agenda. This is a public hearing, open for public comment. Public hearing on the application by Merrimack Gales LLC, Adam Pearson as the LLC manager for a Farmer Series pouring permit for premises at 92 Bolt Street, Unit 2. There are 2 means of egress. There's a taproom area of 750 square feet. The total area inclusive of the brewing area is 6,005 square feet. It is requested that Adam Pearson be approved as manager of record for Merrimack Ales LLC.
Good evening. State your name for the record.
Adam Pearson.
How are you, Adam?
Good, thanks.
Starting a new business, are we, huh?
We've been open for a little bit over 3 years, and finally at the point where we can launch the tap room.
Fantastic. Tell us about it.
So we're down on Bolt Street, south end of town, in an industrial warehouse building. The brewery opened September 2015. Since then, we've been producing an array of beers that we distribute around eastern Massachusetts, and have worked with our landlord. They went through a big construction project, and now we are beginning the process to get our license to pour on premise.
So we're looking about occupancy about 49, right?
Yes.
Square footage, 6,000. This is all yours, 100% ownership, correct?
Correct.
Questions or comments from the board for Mr. Pearson? What's the wish of the board? Commissioner Donahue.
Just one quick question.
Sure.
This is gonna be like, is it gonna be open regularly every day, or is it gonna be special hours? And is it gonna be one of those where you go in and you can get a growler filled and leave? Or is this gonna be sampling, tasting?
So we've had the tastings and growlers so far.
Oh, okay.
This will be, I think last year we got the zoning variance approval, and we stated we would start Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then grow the business from there.
Okay.
So when we do that, we'll announce to everybody a change in hours. So we'll be closed several days to the public, and then they can come in during those operating hours, either to get a beer on premise or to take a growler away.
And getting a beer on premise, what hours do you anticipate?
I think we're going to start with like 3 to 8 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Move for approval by Commissioner McCarthy. Seconded by
Public hearing?
Commissioner... Oh, I apologize. Thank you, Thank you, Counselor. At this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anybody like to speak in favor? Sir? Just come up and state your name.
Richard Pitkin, 26 Waverly Ave in Lowell.
Good evening.
I've been going to Adam's facility for a number of years now. I enjoy the product. I want to see a small businessman in the city succeed, and so I'm hoping you'll grant the license so he can improve his business.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Anybody else like to speak in favor? In favor? In favor? Hearing no one else, that portion of the public hearing is closed. At this time, anybody that speak in opposition? In opposition? In opposition? Hearing no one, that portion of the public hearing is closed. The wish of the body is to approve the license. It was made by Commissioner McCarthy, seconded by Commissioner Howell. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Mr. Pearson, want to wish you the best of luck in your endeavor.
Well, thanks very much.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Great. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, there's number 8 on our meeting agenda. We have another public hearing. This one is on the application by the applicant known as Cabanas Bar and Lounge LLC, Jobison Silva as the LLC manager, applying for an all-alcoholic beverage restaurant license for premises at 490 Central Street. A 2-story building, a basement is approximately 1,535 square feet for storage. First floor is 2,024 square feet, including dining area, bar, 1 entrance and 3 exits. The second floor is 2,024 square feet, including a function hall, bar area, 1 stairwell entry and exit, and 1 fire exit. And there is outdoor seating, approximately 590 square feet. It is requested that Jovis Silva be approved as the manager of record. And there is following applications also filed on behalf of Cabanas Bar and Lounge LLC, a license application for common vittler, entertainment in a licensed restaurant for live music and disc jockey and jukebox. Members of the commission, just for the board's consideration, the License Commission will vote on whether to enter into an executive session to comply with or act under the authority of Mass General Law, Chapter 6, Section 172. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, I have a core report. If the commission is so inclined to go into an executive session, we need a motion to do so and to...
Do we have a motion? So moved by Commissioner Howe, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy.
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
Chairman Dakota?
Yes.
Commissioner McCarthy? Commissioner Krieger? Yes. Commissioner Howe? Yes. Commissioner Donahue? Yes. Commission will now go into executive session and we'll resume regular session shortly. Yeah.
Come through this way. So,
Members of the commission, it's now 6:50 PM. Motion to resume regular session?
Moved by Commissioner Donahue, seconded by Commissioner Howe. All in favor, signify roll call, sorry.
Chairman Dakota?
Yes.
Commissioner McCarthy? Yes. Commissioner Krieger? Yes. Commissioner Howe? And Commissioner Donahue? Okay.
Introduce yourself, Counselor.
I have the worst allergies in the world right now.
You're in the right room.
I'm here tonight with Jovison Silver, the manager of Cabanas Lounge LLC, the applicant and the manager of the applicant and the proposed manager of record for the requested liquor license. Mr. Chairman, board members, this location is the location on Central Street that has been the site of restaurant-bound large hall area. So he's looking, it was Lowell Steakhouse for 3 years before this. Before that, it was San Miguel's for 5 to 6 years. And it was a club type, I think Pulaskis Club for many years before that. So this is not a new entry of this type of establishment. This is a continuation of what has been there for many years. My client came here, became a citizen of the United States of America, hard work, dedication, self-employed. He's put himself, blood, sweat, and tears into getting this location cleaned up, spick and span. It's going to be all prime property when he opens up. He has his all his suppliers lined up. He has, the potential employees lined up. In anticipation of opening the business, he got the bartender's license. He got his tip certification. He has his crowd control certification. And he had worked previously for about 8 months just learning the ropes when it was Lowell Steakhouse. So it's not something that it will be brand new to him in terms of how to operate a business of this sort. So again, we're looking at reinstituting or reestablishing a business that had been there, other than the fact that now it's going to be specializing in Brazilian food. It's going to be in prime, tip-top condition. My client is aware of all the, through his training, through the certifications that he went through, my discussion with him, aware of the responsibilities that come inherent with a license to sell alcoholic beverages and the liability that is inherent with that also. So he's well aware of it. Again, the hard-working, dedicated individual ready to get a business back up operating in the city of Lowell.
Understanding that he understands the ABCC regulations, more importantly, does he have a good comprehensive understanding of the Lowell rules and regulations of this commission?
Yes.
He does?
Yes.
Okay, so we should have no issue with...
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Questions or comments from the board? Oh, this is a public hearing. Commissioner Howe,
I'd
please.
just like to thank council. You answered all my questions.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Commissioner Donahue, anything? All right, at this time, we'll open up the public hearing. At this time, anybody like to speak in favor? In favor? In favor? Hearing no one, that portion of the public hearing is closed. At this time, we'll open up the portion of anyone opposed, anyone in opposition. Anyone opposition? Opposition? Hearing no one, that portion of the public hearing is closed. What is the wish of the body? Move for approval by Commissioner Krieger, seconded by Commissioner McCarthy. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Want to wish you the best of luck, sir. All right. Do you have any questions that you need answered? Secretary Wynn is always there, right on the 3rd floor in this building, okay?
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you
good
very
luck.
much.
Best of luck, Counselor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 9 on our meeting agenda, we have the application by Jeffrey D. Summers, doing business as Brothers Auto Group, for a secondhand motor vehicles used car Class 2 license for premises at 700 Broadway. This being an open lot approximately 3,760 square feet with office and adjacent building, approximately 600 square feet. Presently, the licensee of record is Al Assad Deeb, doing business as Brothers Auto Sales, license number 735-B, a Class 2 licensee for the said premises. An original license was granted and issued 2011.
Good evening. State your name for record.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Jeff Summers.
How you doing, Jeff?
Doing well.
Good. Is this the Kazanjian lot?
I'm sorry?
Is this the Kazanjian lot on Broadway Street? Is that what this is? Right near the canal?
Yes, right near the canal.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, yep. So just give us a brief synopsis of what you're planning on doing here.
Well, right now, it is operating currently as Brothers Auto Sales, an existing used car lot. And the two brothers are here. They are moving and closing up shop. I'm familiar with them because I've known them from doing business with them in the car business. And when I heard that they were closing up shop, I talked to them and asked them if I could take over their existing lot, and we've worked that out. And so I plan to continue what they started 7-8 years ago.
So have you worked with them previously?
Yes.
How many years you been doing this?
Well, off and on a couple of years. So I originally met them from the auto auction at the Linway, the Billerica auto auction. So we would always see each other there, and we start talking. We developed a relationship from there.
How many cars on the lot?
Right now it's unlimited, but they usually carry no more than 20 at the most.
Unlimited?
There's no set limit or condition to the maximum number of vehicles.
Why is that? Why is that?
At the time the license was granted, apparently given the existing lot, which is 3,700 square feet,
yeah,
it certainly was greater than what was asked for by the commission based on its regulation, which is greater than 2,700 square feet.
Right. Okay.
So at that time, just for the record, it was a 3-member license commission, and the commission was, I can best recall, satisfied with, it was a new business. This was the first time a license would be granted at 700 Broadway.
Yeah.
It may have had some bearing on the fact that the Kazanjian Enterprise entity had ownership of the property, so there was that speaking well for the applicant at that time.
Okay, that's fine. Questions or comments for Mr. Summers?
Sir, Thomas Street, is that part of the property or is that not part of the property?
Of the total property, or what I would be operating?
Well, that's an interesting question.
So the Thomas Street, that is part of the total property, but that would not be part of the existing lot that I would be taking over.
Okay, that makes sense. And you were down in Malden and you closed up a couple of years ago. What motivated you to move up here?
So I didn't close up, but I still live in Malden, and I love my city, but I love Lowell a close second. Great city. So I am coming to Lowell because there's an existing lot. It's not an easy task to find an existing lot that you can immediately start operating. That is my reasoning for coming to Lowell. When I had my license previously, it was out of Somerville. I've been living in Malden for 15 years, but my license was originally out of Somerville, and I operated with my own license for approximately 10 years. And I currently am under someone else's license now, and I'd like to do it on my own.
Okay.
Smooth.
Commissioner Donahue?
Going out Broadway, out of the city, 700 is on the left-hand side, correct?
Yes,
And you enter through a chain link fence that says Boston Concrete,
that is correct.
and then immediately to the right is going to be your office?
Correct.
Where are the cars going to be?
In front, right in front of the office.
In front of the office?
Yes.
And I noticed that there were a number of cars lined up, I believe it's chain link or the building, they were all registered. Is it being used as a parking area, part of it now?
Right now, there is some parking going on.
But that'll be where you're gonna display your automobiles?
Yes.
Okay, how about, then you go further up and there's the,
So that
there's a garage.
it ends there. The further up is not part of the,
Part of Boston Concrete?
yes.
And on the left-hand side, as you go in through the gate, is that also Boston Concrete, or is that gonna be where you'll display some more cars?
A small area on the left, but mainly in front of the building.
Okay. And it said in the application, I believe there was a garage?
The garage is existing, but it's not part of the business.
So you're technically not gonna be repairing on
No.
on the
No,
lot?
no repairs on the lot.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Arp? Commissioner Krieger? Wish of the body. Move approval by Commissioner Krieger, second by Commissioner Donahue. All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Jeff, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Commissioner will now proceed with number 10 on our meeting agenda, but I believe Chairman Dakota, you may wish to make an announcement, or should I read it?
Why are you nodding at me? I don't know why I would. Why would I recuse?
I'll read the,
Why would I recuse
I'll read the
myself?
item. Commission now has, its last item on the agenda is the application by LD Holdings LLC, doing business as Bar 74 Lounge and Grill, all alcoholic beverage restaurant licensee at 74 Merrimack Street, for change of manager of record to Abigail Murphy of Lowell, Mass.
Help me out, counsel. Why would I recuse myself from this?
Just because historically you have recused yourself from any decisions related to Bar 74 over the course of, I don't know how many months.
So just to be transparent with the public watching, so if something does occur with the new licensee, would I still have to recuse myself?
The new license, it's not a new licensee. It's
A new manager of record? I'd just like some clarification at this point.
I believe we can discuss this off the record, but
But you're asking me to recuse myself from this?
I think conservatively, since you have in the past, until things have been resolved, I think it makes sense to do so.
All right, you're the legal counsel, so I will take your suggestion. Councilor Krieg, Commissioner Krieg, I'm sorry, you're not a counsel yet.
Okay. Can we read the item?
Chairman, Commissioner Krieger is now presiding. Chairman Dakota recused himself based on advice of city solicitor.
Yeah, I've already asked him to read number 10.
He read it, he read it.
I just read it. I can read it again. For the sake of
Yeah.
reading it, I'll read it. Application by LD Holdings LLC, doing business as Bar 74 Lounge and Grill, all alcoholic beverages restaurant licensee at 74 Merrimack Street for change of manager of record to Abigail Murphy of Lowell, Mass.
Ms. Murphy, name and address.
Good evening. My name is Abigail Murphy, and I live on 71 Avenue A in Lowell, Mass.
Okey doke. Does anybody, would you like to give a quick background on who you are for us?
Sure. So my name is Abby. I am a Lowell resident here. I'm 30 years old. I have been working in the bar industry for a couple of years now, and I am looking forward to running a business and an establishment and being a great manager.
You've been through the tip certification.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on the panel?
I do. Are you familiar with the policy of Bar 74 as far as security goes?
Yes, ma'am. I actually have a pretty strong team of people that are going to be helping me. We have great security. I have an operations manager that's going to come on board with us, and we really have a strong plan for security is very important, so yes.
And was that part of your previous job?
Yes, as part of my previous job, I managed security, I ran events, I made scheduling, oversaw liquor orders. I did a lot of things, so.
What about, are you familiar with the policy at Bar 74 regarding service of alcohol to minors?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your plan to make sure that no minors are served alcohol at Bar 74?
My plan to make sure no minors are served alcohol is we are only going to be accepting Massachusetts IDs. All patrons 21 years old. We have an ID scanner. Our security is very well trained with, checking IDs, and I'm going to be strict on them. So that's no underage drinking, no underage.
You understand if there's an incident or something that occurs, a fight or whatever, it's your responsibility to call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How long have you been doing this, did you say?
For about 4 years now.
Okay. And you were at Dudley's not too long ago?
Yes, sir.
And now you're going to go across the street?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Okay.
So you left Dudley's in January.
Yes.
Was there a reason you left Dudley's in January? This being May?
No, there comes I left because my brother actually owns Dudley's, so we wanted to switch over to manage. He wanted to do some new management and bring in new faces, and, all the good things come to an end, so I decided to, step back for a little while, and now I want to get my head back in the game and change it up.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions?
Nothing of Ms. Murphy. Is Ms. DeSalvo here?
She is.
Good evening.
I just thought we'd bring you up and say hello.
Hi.
And,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I must say, the resume of this candidate was one of the better ones we've ever had, and I know we've talked about resumes in the past for managers, and I'd like to say that it's off to a good start, it appears.
Thank you, I
You're gonna
agree.
But my other question is, you're going to be around?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
For the record, name and address.
Oh, Lauren DeSalvo, 39 Hollowbrook Lane, Cortland Manor, New York.
Move approval.
Thank you.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Thank you.
We're at an awkward moment now. Congratulations, Miss Murphy.
Thank
Do good. We never want to see you again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We're at an awkward moment. Oh, no, you're back. Good. Move adjournment.
Seconded by Commissioner Howell. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Everyone have a good evening.